LDBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Boxing and MMA Show live. Oh, the coach got to get some air in his tire. Okay, we'll get that later. Anyway, folks, listen, man. Listen, I watched the video. This is a mini response to Carcino, but it's not really a response. I'm just kind of an observation. I saw a video when he was talking about Undisputed and First Take, and so I went to go watch the clips. Well, I watched the first episode of Undisputed, and I'm going to tell you something. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. And it reminded me of, First Take when it first came on the air. When First Take first got rolling, it was a good show, man. I really enjoyed the show. But, people sometimes, they will tell the truth. Skip Bayless sent a subliminal message to Stephen A. Smith. And if you really not, if you're not one of those deep thinkers, and if you're not really listening for these things, you're not going to hear the subliminal message that Skip Bayless sent to Stephen A. Smith. But Skip Bayless went on there and said, you know what? I always knew my home was at Fox. And it was time for me to leave ESPN. And I'm putting in my own words, but this is what he said. I'm just breaking it down better so I can understand it. But he said, I had to leave ESPN because I really didn't feel like I can do and say what I needed to say. Basically, that's what he said. Listen, I had to get the hell out of ESPN because these people, they had the handcuffs on us. We couldn't say certain things. We couldn't be who we wanted to be. They didn't give us, full reign to just do what we wanted to do. And that's what was happening to the show, man. And you can tell, man. You can tell up to the last couple of months, when Skip was there. You can tell Skip really didn't want to be there, man. Like, they would talk, man, and Skip wouldn't have an opinion on a lot of topics. And I said, yep, this dude tired of this stuff, man. He tired of it. And Skip Bayless even went in, he said, yeah, I'm always appreciate working with Stephen A. Smith, and I miss him. And, that's what he said. And he said, and I've been supporting Stephen A. Smith even when, he got let go for a while. He talked about all of that. And I'm like, whoa, Skip Bayless, Fox, they done gave Skip Bayless a free reign to do and say whatever. And Skip put it out there. So Skip Bayless put it out there. So, yeah, I disagree with a lot of what Skip was saying, but man, he told some truth. He told some real truth on that show. And point blank, he was telling Stephen A. Smith, really subliminally, look, man, you need to get out of there. You need to leave ESPN. Like, you really need to go. That's what he was telling him. And he told it in a roundabout way, but you got to hear what he's saying. You got to catch it. He told Stephen A. Smith, go on and get up out of there, man, because you can't do what you want to do. You got to get up out of there and go somewhere else. And Stephen A. Smith, in my opinion, man, see, here's my opinion. He got the skill set, and he's a talented person on TV. He's very talented. I'm not going to take that away from him, even though I disagree with his assessment of Cam Newton. I completely disagree with that. But I do think that he's talented. He's a talented individual. And he could very well easily go to another network, probably make more of what he's making now at ESPN. I'm pretty sure he could. And he could go do the things that he want to do and not be so handcuffed. I mean, and that's what Skip Bayless was telling him. Look, you need to get up out of there. You need to go. Because you can't be who you are at ESPN. You just can't do it, Stephen A. Smith. That's what he was telling him. But you got to read in between the lines, and you got to really listen to what Skip Bayless was saying. And Skip pretty much threw ESPN under the bus, which he should. Because, letting him go was BS. And Skip was kind of saying that in his own way. Like, look, you got let go. He said it, man. Y'all go watch it, okay? Go watch it. He was saying, the guy got let go and all this other stuff, man. And you can tell Skip was disgusted by the whole thing, man. And Stephen A. Smith didn't say anything incorrect, y'all. He didn't say nothing wrong. All he was saying, and any common sense person could pick up on this. Look, I understand it's bad for men to hit women, but women shouldn't go around hitting on men and provoking them to be hit. Like, see, how simple is that? But no, the dude got backlash from all these women's groups. He got backlash from Michelle Beadle. And you got your own company, man, that don't even support you, man. Like, that's crazy. And then Skip Bayless was like, look, I'm glad that, he said ESPN is controlled by Disney, so you can't, man, Skip Bayless went in. And, I always knew, man, when First Take first started, Skip Bayless was that character that you just love to hate. But that was his role, and he did it well. But it was debate. But then, First Take started turning into just garbage, man. It started turning into a lot of racial garbage. Now, I don't think that he's going to be able to go in deep and try to, put down a lot of black athletes on Undisputed. I don't think he's going to be able to do that because Shannon Sharp is crazy, man. I love him on that show, man, because Shannon Sharp, he said how he going to say it. And it was funny, man. Skip, come on, Skip, what you drank this morning? I had a Mountain Dew. I mean, it was funny, man. I could watch that show. I could watch it, and I probably will start watching Undisputed. I probably will. Now, I ain't going to watch Fox News. I ain't going to watch Fox anything else. Okay, definitely don't watch Fox News. You can go on and kiss that goodbye. Okay, and that's just the way that is. But, I mean, for the most part, man, Skip Bayless trying to look out for you, Stephen A. Smith. And I guess, to a degree, you guys were friends. I guess you guys still are friends. But I don't know. Maybe Stephen A. Smith can't read subliminal messages. Maybe he can't. I sure can. And that message to me was as clear as day. You need to get your affairs in order at ESPN, and you need to tuck tail, and you need to get up out of there. It's time. It's time to go. You're a better journalist than what you are. This Skip Bayless now, I'm telling you, what do you think? You're a better journalist than what you are. Okay, you're undervalued at ESPN. You need to get out of there, and you can go somewhere where you can speak your mind. That's what he need to do. That's what he need to do. And I agree with Skip Bayless on something. This is the only thing I do agree with. But, I mean, the show was good. But I think, though, for guys like Stephen A. Smith, man, I think for them, man, see, because he can flip-flop so much, it's going to be kind of hard, man. Well, it ain't going to be hard because Stephen A. Smith is one of those guys, he can fit in, man. He can fit in anywhere, and he's good. I'm sorry. Mistakenly said something I shouldn't have said. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult for him, and I guess maybe change is bad for him. Maybe he don't like change too much. It's going to be difficult for him to just move on and do something else because he's been doing First Take for so long. But, man, Stephen A. Smith is an actor. The guy's a journalist. He was a columnist. I mean, the guy has some definitely good skills, man. He just got to believe himself, man, and go take himself up and just get on up out of there, man. Skip was saying, forget it. I'm gone. I'm out of there. And that's what Skip did. But you guys tell me what you think about this, okay? This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. What are you waiting on? Subscribe. I'm done.